This conference will now be recorded.
So you can so can you make it this little interaction this session? So do you guys knows how to do the setup in your machine like Eclipse and Java?
Um, for me, I know.
Okay, good. Yashwant, yeah. Okay, so if you guys know, then there is no point in discussing about how to do the setup of uh, the Eclipse. Yeah.
I'm not sure other people in the call does know or not.
Another person also responded. Yeah. So he has texted. Yashwant also knows about that. Okay. So anyway, when you're going to work, when you're working with the Java things, the first thing is we need to choose the one IDE, then the installation of the Java. In order to run our programs, we require the Java. So Java is the current version. If you go and look at here, let's take it as our Oracle Java. If we are looking at here, so JSC downloads or JDK downloads, where you have a JDK 11 here. They're showing that not 11. The latest version is it's a 16. Okay, so here you can see here. This is the latest version. JDK 16 is the latest version. Yeah, we can download the JDK 16. We can download here. So this is a LTS versions. Always people would prefer. Okay, because this got the long time support it is having here. So the industry is using the Java 8. Currently, the projects are moving to the Java 8. Then Java 11. Okay, the major changes it has been done in Java 11. You can take it here. And then it is a Java 16. So these are the major releases they have done it in this is versions. Java 8 is the really big changes they have added in Java 8. And after that, then they move to the Java 16. This is what we have. Okay, so in my machine, it is installed. The Java 8 is installed. If I'm CMD, if I'm seeing here Java minus version, which is going to tell that Java 8 is currently it is installed and it is pointing to Java 8. Now, if you want to install the Java 16, one thing is you can uninstall the completely Java and you can go ahead with the Java 16. You can go ahead with that. Yeah. So another one is like if you are continuing with the Java 8, you can continue whatever the Java 8 you are doing. So we can continue with that. Doesn't matter whether you are going to use the JDK 8 or 16, but the only problem is here are a few things which are added in Java 16. And if you want to use those features, you may need to install the Java 16 because the Java 8 feature still works in the Java 8 feature still works in Java 16, but in Java 8 you cannot use the features of the Java 16. Always higher versions can run the lower version of your Java applications, but lower version cannot run the higher version. Like it gives the error called the major minor exception, major minor error. You are going to get it here. So you can choose the JDK 16, and you just say that download. Yeah, it is going to download the JDK 16. It's downloading here. It is around 151 MB file. 151 MB file. Just you are going to download that. Probably I must be having, yeah, anyway, let it download. This is the one thing we need to install. The next thing is we require the IDE. So like IDE, you can go ahead to the what is your personal preference. I prefer the Eclipse. Okay, let me take it here, show in folder. This is a place it has been downloaded. So what I'll do here is users learn, and there is a software. So I'm going to paste my JDK 16. I'm pasting here. Yeah, then you need a Eclipse. So in order to download the Eclipse, Okay, this is what we are going to use it here. Eclipse. When you pick the Eclipse, okay, Eclipse download. When you are picking here, download Eclipse. This would download the Eclipse. It is going to download here. You just click on that to download, and it is downloading the install JRE.exe. It is going to download. The first it will download the installer. It is going to download. It won't download the Eclipse. It will download the installer. Okay, just I'm saying the hey download the installer. Okay, download installer. We are going to download. This is a around 111 MB file. Yeah, to work with this Eclipse installer, you must install the Java first. Then you can install the Eclipse installer. Okay. Now show in folder. No, not in show in folder. Already we moved that. So you can go and click on this. Okay. Then here it is showing that welcome to installation. Then click on next. This is going to install in the program files Java JDK 16. Okay, then it is going to do the, yeah, it has done the setup. It has done successfully. If we go and look at here, this has installed in program files Java JDK 16. JDK 16 it has created here. Now what I'm doing here, I'm going to change my Java home. I'll change it here. Yeah, in the latest versions you can install the multiple versions of the Java you can install. So edit system environment variables. Edit system environment variables. So you go to the environment variables, Java home. I'm going to change it to my Java 16. And at the same time, in the path variables, if there is any Java related stuff, okay, just I'm going to delete this. I'm saying the Java home use that I'm saying here. If there is any class path, yeah, I don't have anything here. Remaining things are fine. Just click OK. OK. Now open the new command prompt now. Yes, I'm going to open the command prompt. Java Python version, which is pointing to the Java 16. It's pointing here. That installation, that simple, the Java installation in your PC. Yeah. So what are the Java you have installed? This now earlier it was using we were using the 8. Now we installed and we changed the installation path. We have changed Java home. We have changed that. Now it's printing the Java version is 16. It is printing here. Java C version, Java compiler version 16. Okay, Java version, Java also it is showing it as a 16. The compilation both are it is going to show it as a 16. It's showing here. So that's all we need to do the installation of the Java in 16. Yeah. First you install and you change the environment variables. You change it here. So edit environment variables, system environment variables. You are going to edit. Okay, this is a place where you are going to the environment variables, and you just add the one Java home. Even though Java 8 also installed, but the system is going to pick the Java 16 is the default one. It's going to pick that here. In order to do that here, like your Java will be by default, it will be installed in we have installed in a C program files and Java. This is the location we have installed. You copy this path. Yeah, to copy this path, so it is very simple. Like Windows L, you click. That is a shortcut. Okay. Windows L is a shortcut. You can copy. You can go and click on the Windows. No, Control L. I'm sorry. Control L is which is going to take the path. Another option is you click on here. You open this here. You just copy that path. Or otherwise, what you'll do, right click here, you will do this properties, then you will copy the path. This is the way you can copy that here. Yeah, the best option would be here you go here and you copy this path. And environment variables, you're going to say that Java underscore home. You define your new variable, you define here Java underscore home. Just you say that here. You're done. Okay, I'm done with that. Now, what about Eclipse installation? The Eclipse installer, it has downloaded here. This is downloaded the Eclipse installer. It is downloaded. Now again, I'll go to the users, learn and the software. This is a place where I'm going to put my installer. I'm going to put it here. Now when you open this here, okay, already I have a Eclipse here. I'm deleting that because I'll get the latest version now. What are the current version I want to get it here? Yeah, there I could have added multiple things. Okay, that's okay. It is around 800 MB. The Eclipse is. This is going to Eclipse installer. It is asking you to select hey, what you want to download Eclipse, which version you want to download. It is asking here. Do you want to download Eclipse for the C, C++ or Java or enterprise web development? You can choose like IDE for the PHP. Okay, the modeling tools. Like what do you want to develop that? The modeling tools, which is designing for your application, you can use the modeling tool. You can use it here. Eclipse for the scientific applications. Okay, so these are the different things it is available here. As a Java developer, we require the Eclipse IDE for the enterprise and Java applications. Why we are choosing the enterprise and Java application? If you're asking, today you may be working with the only the Maven and the Gradle. These are the simple things will work here. Later you need to integrate with the servers, the server environment, everything you need to get it here. In order to get that, you will be using the Eclipse IDE for the web developer. We are going to use it here. Enterprise and Java, enterprise Java and web development, we are going to use it here. And where it is picking the your Java virtual machine is, this is picking from the JDK program files. This is the right location it's picking. And then here I want to install the, okay, this is a place where I'm saying here, okay, I will be saying it as the same folder. I'm going to select it here. So see users, learn, and we are going to take the software. All the softwares I want to maintain in one folder. Here I'm going to select the folder. This is a location. We want to install the Eclipse needs to be installed. Now we are going to say it here. This is the folder is created here, Eclipse. Eclipse folder is created here. This is going to download and it will be copying all the files into the Eclipse directory. It is going to get it here. Tomorrow, if you want to some other version of the Eclipse, again you open the Eclipse install JRE. Then what version you require, you select that, and the particular version, what are the directory, your target directory you are telling, that's a place it is going to be downloaded. Now this is what it is going to happen here. Now what happens here, let it install that. By the time what you can do here, so whenever you are writing any Java program, so first to ensure that our setup is proper and our setup is done configured properly, to check that, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to create a one file, copy.con. Yeah, this copy.con is nothing but in Windows how we are going to create a file. Okay, in Windows, if you are creating the file, we will be saying that copy.con. First, we'll create a one directory. We'll create it here. See mkdir, make a directory. you're creating a directory. You're creating a directory with the Java examples, demo example, or something. We are going to take it here. Demo examples. We are going to take it here, and we are changing the directory. CD is a changing directory. Java demo example. Now you need to write a first hello world example. Okay. Earlier we used to we have to open the file and you have to do all these things. But in the latest versions, they have given the features called the J shell. Okay. So you can write the J shell. You can open the interactive shell. You can open here. So it said that welcome to J shell version 16. Now here, what do you want to type it here? Suppose if you want to print the 2 plus 3, how much you want to know that here? Just you can execute and you can see that here, there itself. Okay, if you are printing the system.out.println. So welcome to Java world. Welcome to Java world, we are going to say it here. So this is what just we are printing the message and you are executing here. It is printing it as welcome to Java world. So this is the way you can use the interactive shell. This interactive shell concept was introduced in Java 9. And what is the main advantage is you are doing a big project. Now you got some doubt how this the date format of the particular here we are going to take the local date dot. Now I'm going to say it here. What it is going to return here we don't know. Yeah. So just you want to find the you decide that a symbol could not be found that here, then we need to use the import. Now you're taking here string str equal to, I'll be taking it as a Krish. Okay, you should know what is a substring method does that. It is created a string variable. Suppose I want to know how the substring method is going to act it here. Substring. Okay, it is giving here substring of 1,3 I'm giving here. So what is the output you are expecting here is this is going to give the RE. That means it is taking the upper bound -1. Then you will see that in your logic, this is what it happened here. Now you may be thinking that 1,3 means it is going to give the 1 to 3 characters. But where you are getting the exception in your project, you want to check that quickly. So what is the behavior of the substring method? In such a cases, we can use the interactive shells. You can use it here. Yeah. Now quit. No. I think it is an exit. No. Quit. Oh. Okay. Yeah. We should see that what is okay. We can take the help. Okay, drop edit on the methods, environment, reset, reload, help. They didn't give me that. No. So there must be some JShell options. You can see that here. Okay, JShell. If you are going here, so there are a lot of things you can see it here. Okay, exit. That is a /exit. If you give that here, so which is going to say that goodbye, and it will be terminated here. So this is the way you can use the JShell. We can use it here. So suppose if you are writing a factorial of a number, you want to quickly write it and you want to test that here. You say just see here, the wiki, somebody has written a good example. So here you are going to create an array, and in this array, what are the elements you created here? You created a one variable called the a, and which is the integer type array, and which has got the elements. This is the elements it is going to say that here. Suppose if you are finding the factorial of a given number, you can write a function. You can write it here. Created a function. If you want to call that, you can call that here. So some of the things you can quickly you can do that here. So read eval print loop. This is what JShell is read eval print loops. For the first introduction was done in Java JDK 9. They have done that here. Okay. Anyway, that feature really when you're working in the what you can say the projects. So most of the times you'll get it out. Most of the times you'll get it out. No. So yeah, we will go back and sometimes when you're working in a projects, I have done multiple times where we created a parallelly one another project we'll create and to test the what are the to clarify what are the doubts we have, especially for the fundamental doubts. So again, we have to create a project and you will be using that. Instead, better go with the J shell. You can use it here. Now it is asking the, do you want to launch your Eclipse? I'm going to launch my Eclipse. Oh, this color looks awesome. Okay. Now it is going to launch your Eclipse. It's launching here. Yeah, initially it will take a little time, and it is asking the, hey, you choose the workspace where you want to create your directory. Like, no, so from now onwards, what are the projects you are going to create? Those all projects are going to be stored in that directory. That's nothing but the workspace. You can choose the one of the workspace. You can choose it here. Now, suppose if I'm choosing here, see, I'm going to the users. Yeah, this is a learn, and here you can choose the. I'm going to use the folder name called the JIT. Let's give this is a place where I'm going to create a one new folder. I'm going to create it here. Okay, I'll be creating the one new folder. We can create it here. New directory, you can create it here. Okay, here in this learn, and I'm going to the folder name called the JIT. I'm going here. This is a place where you can create a new project. You can create it, new folder. You can create it here. This project name, this you can give it as a batch underscore 9 underscore ws. I'm going to give it here. This is my workspace, or batch -9 ws. I'm going to give it here. These are my workspace, and I'll be saying here. So you need to browse that workspace, batch 9 workspace. You're going to select it here and you click on finish. So this is going to launch my workspace in this batch -9 ws. It's going to launch it here. Once this is launched, the Eclipse is launched, then you need to create a, first we need to create a project. We need to create a project, we need to create it here. So how we are going to create a project, we will see that here. Now this is a welcome file, it's going to open when you open the first time. You can close this here, which is not required. And this is what your Eclipse environment will be. So this is a place where you have a project explorer and you have some, like, now here it's not showing the anything here. Now the first thing is you can go and create a project. You're going to create a new project. You are going to create it here. Let me make it as a new project. You can say others. If you're not able to see the here project, that is okay. You just go to the others. Java project, you are getting the as a first option. Or not first option, you'll see this Java project. Still, if you don't see that here, you just say that Java, it does the filtration of that Java project. So now you got the Java project, we got it here. And you select the Java project. And when you pick this Java project, it is asking your directory name. Okay, what is your project name? So let's make it as my project name is a core Java. Okay, core Java, we are going to set as the core Java we will be saying here. Yeah, that's all we are going to give it here. This is what we are saying it as a core Java, I'm saying here. And then here by default, your Eclipse is going to pick what is the JDK, everything it has picked that here. You need not to do anything. Then click next. It would be saying that, okay, this is a place where your source code will be created. This is a place where your .class files are going to be created. That's output files. That is also fine. I'm going to change it here. So create a new module with the module info. I don't want to at this point of time modules. Just we are going to say it as a open prospective. It is asking here. You say that yes. The moment I click on this open prospective, so when you're working with the core Java, what are the things you need to see that? Those things will be visible for you. As a tools, it's going to be visible for you. Now here, this is a project is created here. And as our first example, we'll write a hello world example, we'll write it here. Whenever you're writing any examples in Java, we will define a class first. what is this class and all these things we'll discuss. First, I'm ensuring that our development setup is ready. Here I'm going to say as a com dot the carrier it dot cj core Java, and this is a place where I'm going to say it as a hello world example. Hello world, we are going to say it here and click on finish. This is going to create a one package com.carrierit.cj. So this is a place it's created here, and we are going to write a main method. When you are writing the main method, the basic syntax of the main method is this is what public static void main. Then we are going to take the string array box. This is what the main method signature is. You need not to type all these things. Just you can say it as a main control space, which will give the create the main method. In order to print the output on the console, here we use the class name called the system.out.println, and this is a place where you are going to write your message. What are the message you want? You can write it here. So the Java every statement will be ends with the like whenever you write the statement, what are the statement you are going to write it here? It requires the end statement. This is going to be an end statement. Here we are writing a message. Welcome to Java world. This is what I'm saying here. Welcome to Java world. Now to run this application, you right click, you go here, run as Java application. So which is going to run your application and which is going to show that here, welcome to Java world. So this is also working fine. That means I could set up my Eclipse environment. I could set up here. So then we have written a simple hello world example we have written here. So as a Java developer, first you ensure that you have installed the JDK, and the next thing is you have installed the Eclipse. These two things are important, and then on top of that you will be using the Git version and Maven. These all the tools you are going to install, like especially when you're working with the enterprise applications where you will be using the build tools more. So how to install the Eclipse, Gradle and Maven, those things we'll see later. Yeah, but I mean to continue our learning, you require the basic things you need to install on your machine. Is one is a JDK, another one is a one IDE. This IDE also I'm saying your personal preference. Your personal preference you can take it here. But these days, the most of people are using the Visual Studio Code. They are using as their IDE. Okay, even if you are planning to use the Visual Studio Code, that is also can be used. Now here we are going to the users learn. I'm going to the Git in this current directory. I will create it as a one new directory. I'm going to create it here. New folder you can create it here. Okay, we can see here VS Code. Already it is installed. The VS Code has been installed in my PC, in my laptop. Okay, you can you can use the Visual Studio Code. We can use it here. Okay, the way you are going to do the things in this is updating the Go, which is not required anyway. Now here, like the few people they prefer to use the Visual Studio Code. You can use the Visual Studio Code also. Your IDE you can use it here. Okay, you have a multiple options now. Like which one you want to choose. What is your personal preference? That's up to the developer who is going to choose that shift. Okay. I use the both the things I use is here. Like one is the Visual Studio Code and the Eclipse is the most of majority of the times I'll use the Eclipse. Suppose if there is a small changes, I know what I'm doing clearly. Then I would open this instead of the Notepad++ or something. Just I'll use the Visual Studio Code. I'll use it here. Yeah. you can go ahead with that. Like, you install the Visual Studio Code and how to do the Java plugins, how to install that. Like, here you'll get a lot of plugins. You'll get it here. What is the plugin you require? Just you can say that if you want to install the Java plugins for your IDE, just you are going to say it as a Java compiler. Okay, there are a lot of things are there. Java run already it is installed. Okay, uninstall. I'm going to say it here. Okay, once again I'll install that here, Java runner. Okay, so I'll be saying here Java runner. Okay, let me say it as a simple runner. We are going to install here. This is some China library. Yeah, there are so many things are available. Okay, now go back. Here we are going to give it here Java runner. We are using here, but still it did not pick that here. You'll get an option to the moment you install here, which you are going to get the run Java application. You will get a feature. So suppose if you are not using that Java, like you will be using the Maven or Gradle. You will be using that. How to run that? You can use the Maven and Gradle commands. You can use it and you can do that. Yeah. So here what we are using here, Eclipse, sorry, this Visual Studio Code, we are using it as a editor. We are going to use it here. So either this or IntelliJ or NetBeans, and you have Eclipse. There are a lot of things are available. That's always it is a personal preference. Whatever you are comfortable more, or the organization whatever they are asking you to work on, you should get familiar with that IDE. If you get familiar with the one ID, other IDs maybe only a few options will be changing. Remaining things are going to be the same. Okay, this is about the dev environment setup. So far, any questions or any clarifications here? Yeah, so far any questions? Yeah, if you already there is nothing we have done great here. So just ensuring that our development setup is ready. Okay. So once we're done with the development environment, we're done with that. Like, we'll discuss the programming fundamentals. We'll concentrate on the programming fundamentals here. We are going to concentrate. And before that, let me reiterate whatever we have learned so far. The first thing is we have downloaded and we installed the Java. Then we went and download the Eclipse. Okay, so just we download the Eclipse executable file. We are downloaded here. Yeah, just let me copy this location as well. Okay, this is the Eclipse location we downloaded here. And when you're downloading here, it is going to download the Eclipse installer. It is going to download, and both the downloads we copied into the one of the directories I copied. So just I copied into the software folder. I copied here. These two files I copied here. One is a Eclipse installer. Another one is a JDK 16 I copied. Then you double click on that JDK. Don't change anything. Just you follow the default installation directories. Everything you follow the default. By default, if you are using the Windows machine, it is going to be installed in the C program files. It is going to install. By default, it's going to install the C and the program files. It is going to install. And once the installation is done, what you can do here is the program files. If you are going to the Java, okay, Java, then we have a JDK 16. You select this path. And you are telling for your operating system where your Java is installed. To select that, to set that path, you edit system environment variables. So if you are not administrator, it will ask you the password. So I have two users. So now here you go to the environment variables. Then you create a one variable called the Java_home. You are going to edit this. Okay, or I'm going to delete this here. Okay, suppose if there is no Java_home, you create a new You just say that Java underscore home. And what is this directory? We are going to say that here. Now, here, once you have done that here, just say, click OK, OK, and you do this here, OK. Then whether Java is, what is the version of the Java it is installed in your machine, to see that here. So you go and use the command called the Java -version. Okay, like not to write a simple hello world example, like whether it's things are working or not. You can say it here J shell. So where you can define a function, you can define here int. I'm going to write it here, the biggest. Okay, the biggest of int a comma int b. Okay, this is what we are going to take it here, and then you are going to write it here. Return a is greater than b. So then you return the a, otherwise you return the b. Quickly you are going to write it here. Then we are going to close the. This is what bracket we are going to close here. Now this is a created. Here I'm saying here the biggest of 10 comma. I'm going to pass the 20. We know that 10 is the biggest. Sorry, 20 is the biggest, which is going to print the 20 is the biggest value. It's printing here. We created a function and we are going to call it here. Just to check that quickly whether it's working or not. To print the message on the console, we'll be using the system dot out dot. We'll be using the print statement is println. So here we'll say that hello, which would be printing the hello, which is going to print it here. Okay, I made a mistake. System dot like no. So just we are going to say it as a hello. So system dot out dot println, we are going to print it here. Suppose if I'm taking here java dot util dot, okay, java dot util dot java dot util dot, okay. Here we have a so the press again possible options, you'll get it here. There are so many things you are having here. That's what it's saying here. So you can see here what are the things are available in java.util package. Java.util package. What are the packages and what are the classes and what are the sub packages are available. It is going to show you the things which are available in that package. Okay. Here we are going to take it here. Is there any way we can test that or not? We can see here java.util. Suppose if I'm taking the okay, here we have a abstract classes. There are so many things are available in this package. So you can see any package and what are the classes are available. So all these things you can see here. Yeah. Java.util. I'm going to say it as a date. Okay, let me take the date. I'm going to take it here. This date object when I want to create it here. Let me maximize this here. It's jumping. Still it's happening. Okay. This will give the error because date is what it is saying that here new. I'll be saying here date. I'm going to say it here. New date. I'm going to write it here, which is going to print the what is the date or today's date. It is printing here. Okay. So suppose if I'm taking here local date time. So you can use the okay. So this is we need to get the from the which package it is. Like just you can use that those classes if you know those class names. So you can whatever you are doing in a Java program, you can do almost all the things you can do it here. But this is like to check that so the things are working or not. To check that we can use the JShell. JShell you can use it here. And then we have installed the Eclipse. You have installed. This is a location where we have installed the Eclipse. You have installed the software. You just you click on the Eclipse Installer. Then finally it is going to install the Eclipse. It's going to install. When you are installing the Eclipse, please install the whenever you are opening the Eclipse installer. This Eclipse installer will help you to download the Eclipse. Yeah, the Eclipse. It will download the Eclipse. It's going to download from the the like whatever you are chosen here. Now we have chosen the Eclipse ID for the this is what I downloaded. Suppose if I want to select the modeling tool which you want to download here. Okay, this is a modeling tool I want to download here. Even I don't know what is that modeling tool here. So we use the Modulio. We'll use it here for the modeling tools. Now here I'll be taking the same thing, learn, and here I'm taking the software. This is a location I want to install the even the modeling tool I want to install here. Or this might be creating the one more folder with the different name. Yeah, whichever the Eclipse you want, you can select it here. So hopefully this shouldn't be installing in the current Eclipse. It is not going to do any modifications anyway. It didn't create any folder. That means it is going to do the same folder. Is it? We'll see whatever it is added here. Okay, this is the way you will be installing the Eclipse. You'll be installing once Eclipse is installed. What you can do here, you go to the Eclipse. This is the executable file, and this is the INI file. Okay, this INI file contains the information about the how much memory is required. Okay, sometimes what happens when you are executing your program, by default it is taking the 256 MB is a minimum, and 2 GB it is taking here. Sometimes you will be working in applications that may take the massive RAM size it is required. A very big RAM size is required. Then you can change it here. Like you can go with the suppose you have a 16 GB RAM you are having here. Like you want to allocate the 4 GB for your Eclipse, so you can change it here. The minimum is you require the 1 GB. Maximum is you can go up to the 4 GB. Those configurations you can do it here. And in the future, if there is any change, any new plugins you want to add it here, like the new libraries you want to add it here, you can configure the basic initialization file you can configure here. So then to launch the Eclipse, you just click on this launch. Okay, this is a place where you are going to, I'm saying the launch. Okay, now what happens is here, the version 1.8 or is not suitable for that. It's required this is what it is saying here. Why? So it is saying that hey, your JDK, it is not able to find that Java version when I'm saying here Java 16, but this is saying that you don't have the, so here it is not suitable for this product. Version 11 or greater than it is required here. It is saying here, even though we have installed the JDK. Okay, this is the JDK 11. It requires the JDK 11. It is saying here, no problem. Startup, and this is the places where it is going to pick this here. Java command, and actually from where it is getting the Java 8. Might be we have changed that. Just 1 minute. Edit environment variables. Yeah, we changed, and we have added that. So somewhere the Eclipse is picking the JDK 8. It's picking here. We added this is what we added here, and we don't have the anywhere. Here we don't have anything. Cool. And here in a path variables, let me see this here. Okay, here also we don't have things, but still we'll add it here. So JDK bin directly, I'm going to add it here. Now I'm done with that. I'm done with this. But the Eclipse is picking the JDK 8. It's picking here. This is bad. From where it is picking, I don't know. Might be we have installed the this could be the reason culprit. Like okay, we are trying to install the yeah. It is my Eclipse has been corrupted now. No, I'm saying here. Yeah. So when Eclipse corrupted, like if you are doing experiments, it may corrupt that. So you can knock off that. So what are the Eclipse you have currently? You can knock off. Just go here and again once again you download that. Yeah, you otherwise you have to go and change their parameters and you have to pick that. So instead of that, better you download the one new version you download here. Your project will not be deleted here because only you are deleting the Eclipse you are deleting here. The new version of the Eclipse you are going to download here. And I don't want to install here. The same directory I'm going to install. Users, learn software. Yeah. Use it, just select that here, just say install. This is a place where you are going to you are installing the JDK you are installing here. Yeah, again, sorry, Eclipse you are installing here. This is a directory it is going to pick that here. Okay, it's downloading the all the files, required files it's going to download. It may take sometimes if your internet is slow, it may take a little while. Did it download? Okay, fine. Okay, I'm going to launch the Eclipse. So just we launch the Eclipse. Hopefully this time we shouldn't be getting that error. Then it will ask for the workspace. Okay, this is a workspace. Already we created the workspace we created. So I'm going to use the same workspace. I'm going to use it here. See users and learn, and I created a folder name called the JIT. Inside the JIT we have a batch 9 workspace. Just I'm going to select the workspace and we'll be clicking on that. So my Eclipse is going to launch. Yeah. So here we are going to, it's going to launch your Eclipse, and the Eclipse will be launched in the previously what are the project you are working. This is what it launches here. And in order to create a new project, so just we'll be creating, whenever you open your Eclipse, in order to create a new project, just you can say that Java project, and where you will give the name of the project, and we are going to write a simple hello world example we have written here. This is what, and here we have written in a SRC folder we have taken. Whenever you create a class, you will give the, suppose if I'm doing the day one here. Now I'm going to refactor, rename. So I would be saying it as this is a day one. Let's take it as a day one or basics. Okay, this is the name of the folder. I'm going to give it here. This is a basics. I'm saying here my basic folder. Inside the basic folder, you are going to write one more example. I want to write it here. I'm taking here the sum of two numbers. Okay, just I'm saying the sum of two numbers. Okay, this is going to create a new class sum of two numbers. I'm writing a simple program. I'm writing here main method. So where we are going to take the int a equal to, let's take it as a 10, int b equal to, let's take it as a 20. And if you want to find the sum of these two numbers, you need to find it here. Int sum equal to, I'm going to do it here, a plus b. And the result should be displayed here. Now here we are going to set as a sys out. The sum of, we are going to set as a plus a. And and you would be saying here and plus b plus is, you would be saying here plus sum you are saying here. This is what. So whenever you are doing the print statement, we are doing here the sum of the a value, what is the value at the a, and what is the value at the b, and what is the result we are going to display here. So this is a way you can write a simple program you will be writing here, which is saying it as a sum of a plus b. It's going to do it here. Tomorrow, when you're learning the advanced concepts or something, you're learning the object-oriented concepts, you'll create a separate package and you're going to manage your code here. This is nothing but the package. So the package is, what is a package is all the related classes and related classes and interfaces and whatever you declared in this module, you will be putting inside the one package. You are going to put it here. The package is nothing but the folder. We created a directory structure in such a way that com, inside the com we created a career IT, then we created a one more package name called the CJ. Inside that one more package we created it as a basic, and where we are going to put all these things we are putting here. It is like this, like now whenever you buy a laptop, you are going to do the multiple partitions, you are going to do it here. This is a one partition, you label it as a C, another partition you label it as a D. Again, you will keep it as a one folder name called this. Suppose if you are taking the songs, and again inside the songs, you will create a different languages folders. You will create it here. Okay, in songs folder, you are going to take it here. Here we are going to create a different packages. Again, inside that different folder, you will create a small subdirectories. You are going to create it here. How we are managing the same directory structure here also, when you're creating your application, the source code is going to be managed like this. The source code is going to be managed. So this is the way you're going to manage your source code you are managing here. Yeah, this is the main, what is the main advantage of using the packaging is the clear separations you are doing here. So from the day one, you start practicing the how you are going to you creating the projects. Whenever you enter into the creating the packages, once you enter into the project environment, you will not get confusion here. So whenever you look at the package names, you will understand that, oh, this is related to this module. This module has got so many other sub packages. All your business logic will be written in one package. All your database instructions will be written in one package. All your the services are going to be written in one package. And if there is any utilities classes which is used across the application, they will be putting inside the another package name called the util. They are going to put it here, so that when there is something needs to be fixed in the database side, you will go to the particular package and you will search for that what is the bug, and you will fix that. When there is a business logic, there is something that needs to be fixed, you will go to the business logic classes. Those are the service classes. You will fix that here. The same thing you will do for the controllers. You are going to do it here. So this is the main advantage of using the packages. So from the day one, you practice the same naming conventions. So typically, your package names will be the reverse of your domain name. Suppose your company name is some xyz.com. xyz.com, if you take that here, your package name starts with the com. Com is a common or a commercial dot your company name xyz, and you are followed by your project name. Suppose your project name is some ABC is your project name. Okay, typically it will not be ABC. There will be some name for that. The ABC is a project name. And what is the module you are working on that? Suppose if I'm working with the admin module, I'm working here. I'm going to take the admin is the package name. So inside that, you are going to create all the related admin module related classes. You are going to create it here. Admin may also contains the internally sub packages. Suppose you are going to take the admin has got the other packages like service and other packages. You can call it as DAOs. Like this, you will be having the different packages you will have here. So this is nothing but you created a folder directory structure you created. There is another module you have here, user module. User module also will have the same services, DAOs, everything it will have the same. So the reverse of your domain name and your project name, your module name. If module is having the sub modules, you will be writing the subfolders you are going to create it here. This is, we call it as this directory structure, we call it as in Java package. We call it as a package. You can say that here. So this is a way. Just you can write your the hello world examples or whatever the projects you are going to create it. Here we started with the hello world example. So slowly we'll learn what are the data types and how we are going to use those data types, and what are the keywords are available in Java, and then we discuss about the fundamental constructs. Like when you're writing, when you're learning any programming language, you must know what are the keywords they have, what are the identifiers. Yeah. So then, what are the operators they support? Yeah. So what are, like, arithmetic operator, relational operator, logical operators, the conditional operators. Okay, ternary operator. How we are going to use those operators, and along with that, what is this class, and what is the significance of this is a public static void main. Why should I declare the public static void main? You learn about that, and then we can spend some more time on understanding the how we are going to write the logics, like how to use the if, how to use the for, while, and do while. Okay, switch statement. How are you going to use it in Java to solve your business problem? Like, no, you cannot execute every program in a sequential execution. Sometimes the programs has to be executed conditionally. Sometimes it has to execute on the selection, based on the selection statements. The few logics has to be executed. Sometimes logic has to be executed iteratively. So those things we will discuss in upcoming sessions. Today, what we did was just we have done the development environment, we have done the setup, and we have written the hello world example. Yeah. So any questions, guys? Any questions so far?
Nothing so far. This is a very fairly standard one.
Okay, fine. Okay, so yeah, the first 1 week I'll take only session for 1 hour. Later I'll increase the time because I have other commitment at 7 o'clock. So maybe by Friday I will be done with that commitment. Then we will push our time also. 6 o'clock is some people are saying they're difficult. We'll move to the 6:30 at least. 6:30 or 7 we'll move here. From 6:30 to 8:30 I'll continue the session. 6:30 to 8:30 I'll continue from the, not this week, next week. Yeah. The first week is I'll go very slow, and sometimes who knows Java, they may think that oh, this is a very fundamentals. Please bear with me 1 week, and later we'll go to the advanced concepts. Then I'll pick up the speed. Yeah. Yes. Should Java 8 version works fine for these sessions? Yeah, it will work. No problem. You can go ahead with the Java 8. I think if you're learning the first time, if you're not on the projects, you should go and start installing the Java 16 and go ahead with that. Yeah. If you're in the projects, yes, my laptop, I cannot upgrade my office laptop because almost all our projects are in Java 8. So if you don't have that constraint, better go with the Java 16. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. See you guys. See you. Yeah.